Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Taus, and I'm a psychedelic assisted therapist, educator, activist, and I'm here with DoubleBlind to talk to you about psilocybe Azure Essence. Psilocybe Azure Essence is a mushroom stronger than what you're used to. While the well-known Psilocybe cubensis contains 0.14 to 0.42% psilocybin, psilocybe Azure Essence are packed with 1.78% psilocybin. Now that's a lot. The genus psilocybe contains some 180 species, with new species still being discovered, found within a broad range of habitats. With the growing acceptance of psilocybin's medicinal potential, people are researching the genus in more detail. It is worth noting that harvesting psilocybe Azure Essence is a potential felony that is enforced by local law enforcement agencies. The cultivation of psilocybe Azure Essence is illegal in many countries and considered manufacture. Psilocybe Azure Essence are often referred to by a variety of common names: Azzies, Asterensis, flying saucers, blue runners, blue angels, or indigo psilocybe. With their caramel-colored caps, bright white stems, and broad umbo, the nipple-like structure in the center of the cap, Azure Essence are quite distinctive in appearance. The general advice is to know the features of the species you're looking for, but also the ones you're not. Members of the genus Galerina, for example, can be deadly, and many other lookalikes can be poisonous. The story goes, they were first found in 1979 by a group of Boy Scouts camping close to the mouth of the Columbia River in Oregon. In 1995, mycologist Paul Stamets and his colleague Johan Gartz formally described and named psilocybe Azure Essence after Stamets' son, Azurius, who had in turn been named after azure, the color that psilocybin mushrooms bruise when damaged. Azure Essence grow naturally in a small part of the North American West Coast, primarily Oregon, along the coastline near the Columbia River Delta. They have been found in Washington, California, and British Columbia, with online groups now spreading them further afield. Their small natural distribution has led to a debate about whether they are an introduced species to the area. Stamets has suggested that they may have been introduced from debris washed down the Columbia from the old-growth forests upriver. In their natural habitat, Azure Essence are known to favor the land adjacent to the shoreline amongst coastal dunes, especially within lumps of the coastal grass. They are found growing inland on deciduous wood chips and/or in sandy soils rich in lignous debris. They grow in tight clusters or individually. Azure Essence develop an extensive and dense mycelial network. Their mycelium is very strong, holding on tightly to their myceliated substrate. Their fruiting season begins in late September with the onset of colder weather and continues until late December and early January, according to Stamets' book, Psilocybin Mushrooms of the World. As temperate wood-loving psilocybes, they can withstand cold temperatures of around -4 to 20 degrees Celsius, or 25 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. In appearance, they most closely resemble Psilocybe cyanescens and Psilocybe subaeruginosa. Oh my god, isn't that wild? Oh. Taxonomically, Psilocybe Azure Essence are described as having a dark caramel-colored cap that is 3 to 10 centimeters broad, conic to convex in shape, and flattening with age, with a persistent broad umbo. The surface of the cap is smooth, with a viscous appearance when moist, feeling sticky to the touch, with a separable gelatinous pellicle that can be removed if the cap is broken carefully. The cap is hygrophonous. As it dries out, it changes color, becoming a dirty brown or yellow. The Azure Essence cap does not turn upwards to form the sine wave-shaped margin that psilocybin cyanescens is so well known for. The stem, officially called the stipe, when referring to mushrooms, can be 9 centimeters to 20 centimeters long by 3 millimeters to 6 millimeters thick. The stem is often white in appearance, turning a dirty gray or brown with age. The stem is composed of thick, cartilaginous, fibrous, mycelium-like tissue. The base of the stem thickens toward the ground and often has coarse white tufts of mycelium and white rhizomorphs. Young specimens have a white partial veil resembling cobwebs covering the cap. This partial veil falls away as the cap expands, with the margin of the cap sometimes retaining a temporary white edge and an annular zone on the upper part of the stem that is often dusted with purple-brown spores. An important diagnostic feature of the genus Psilocybe is the blue bruising. All parts of Azure Essence, including the gills, bruise strongly blue or indigo black when damaged. Most people are likely to be more familiar with Psilocybe cubensis, the incredibly cosmopolitan species grown in cupboards and under beds all over the planet. In contrast to Psilocybe cubensis, Psilocybe azurescens are strong. Hold on to your hats, folks, because they can be intense, highly visual, potentially hyperdimensional. 1 dried gram, or as little as a few dried shrooms, could be a potent dose. So psychonauts or psilonauts should be cautious with these powerful fungi. Their potent strength has also made them a popular choice for microdosing, since very, very little is needed to produce the intended effects. Psilocybe cubensis contains psilocybin and psilocin at 0.14 to 0.42% and 0.37 to 1.3% respectively, whereas Psilocybe azurescens contain approximately 1.78% psilocybin and 0.3% psilocin and 0.35% baeocystin, according to Stamets and Gartz's account. Azure Essence contains significantly more psilocybin than psilocin, psilocybin being more stable, deteriorating more slowly than psilocin, so that after a few months of storage in a cool, dark environment, the mushrooms tend to retain most of their original potency. Azure Essence grow readily within mulched garden beds, since they like open, shady areas with reasonable moisture and deciduous trees. Known to grow near rhododendrons, rose bushes, and azaleas, they have also been found growing among blackberry and thickets of Scotch broom. The same techniques described in Paul Stamets' book Mycelium Running can be used and adapted to grow Psilocybe azurescens. They can be started in small batches, then expanded, and in time be used to set up garden beds full of shrooms.